Good morning, all. Saints man, small van driver on the CX. It's Sunday, the 13th of April. Uh, it's 10 to 9 in the morning. Uh, Feeling a bit ropey, but come to that. Yeah, it was a rough week. And when I say rough week, it was a rough week health wise, and a rough week money wise, a rough week for my wife. Yeah, rough week sums it up. My wife wasn't very well last weekend. I don't know whether I can't remember if I said on the video. And we found out she got COVID, which was a bit of a surprise. And she was positive on the Saturday or the Sunday, can't remember now. And she didn't go. She didn't register a negative test until Wednesday, just gone. No, Tuesday night. Sorry, but I was testing. We've got a lot of swabs. We got a lot of swabs free because the cafe, and we've got swabs as well uh, from people, friends, and all that. And you put up the nose and all that. And I was negative, but I had a chest infection pretty much from last weekend, last Sunday night. Didn't feel brilliant. Still worked, but didn't feel right. Just didn't feel right. And I'm still not 100%, but we're getting there. We're not too bad. Um, so we did a 5 day week. So it was a rough week for my wife. She's still getting over it slightly, although she's negative. It's a lot because when you get older, it's harder to get over things. We've been out for. We went to the rugby last night. She did manage to go to the Saints, who battered Castres, and now we're trying to plan a trip over to Dublin to see them play in the semi-final against Leinster, which is potentially Ireland, to be honest. I can't see us winning on form. We everyone's Leinster are battering everybody, but on form we should get beat. But it's a semi-final of a European Cup, so we're probably going to go. Anyway, I digress. Last week, like I say, rough week work-wise as well. Monday was fine, apart from a lot of dead miles. I wanted to get back every day because my wife's got COVID. She's not feeling brilliant. She's very tired. I'd already booked a job into Gosport, which on the Monday, which we went to Gosport, and I was tending if I didn't get nothing anywhere else, I was probably going to drive home. I did get a job from Portsmouth to Bury St Edmunds, which was a right old trek, and it was just past Bury St Edmunds. So it was a good day money wise. Pence per mile was okay. I had 90 dead miles home. So Monday was all right. Got home, wife's all right. She's just tired. Um, and then Tuesday, I did one job, and it was from Silverstone to Alfreton. Got good pence per mile, and I didn't. I just got to get some at south, and I decided I was just going to drive home. So I drove home. So it was rubbish day, a complete rubbish day. Did 75 quid on Tuesday, partly my own fault because I could have got jobs further north. I didn't want to be too far from home. Didn't feel brilliant myself, so I drove home. Decided Wednesday I should stay more local. Um, so I weren't too far from home, and I managed to get a job from Watford Village. There's an industrial park near there. Got a job from there to Hemel Hempstead. Then went from High Wycombe to Crick. I got a job back. Again, not a brilliant day. It was all I really want to do. Weren't feeling up 100%. Uh, just weren't. And I got back, and then I picked up a job for Thursday from off not on the CX. It's the insulation guy who phones me probably once every 2 3 weeks, and it was going to Kings Lynn the next morning. Pick it up on Wednesday night, deliver it Thursday morning, which is what I did. I delivered it to Kings Lynn right in the city centre, and it was roofers who were on site and got that job done really easy. I was there at 8 o'clock, and they were waiting for me, which was brilliant. And then getting out of Norfolk, we all know it's an absolute nightmare. Nightmare. And I stuck it out for 2.5 hours in Morrison's car park. I got 3 hours. I had a breakfast. I had a little walk around the car park, and I could not get a job. So I decided, sod it, I'm going to start driving home. I got nearly to Whiz Beach and a job come on. First job out of Norfolk, and it was Chatteris to Kettering, and it was suiting me down to the ground. I quoted quite low on it, just under £1 a mile, and I got it. And I weren't far from Chatteris. I was at the point of Whiz Beach where you go right to Peterborough on the 47, not 47, whatever road it is, or you go left to sort of March way and Chatteris way, which is what I did. So I did have many dead miles because it wasn't Kettering, it was a village between Kettering and Northampton, and it was from a builder's merchants to a residential address, so that was nice and easy. Feeling a little bit better and decided, okay, I'm feeling a little bit better. Wife's feeling better. She's feeling slightly better. She's actually getting around, although she's out of breath quite a lot. And then Thursday, I got a job, and it was going to Rotherham, and it was from Northampton, and it was picking up 2 wooden crates from a residential address going to Rotherham. I booked this on Thursday afternoon, uh, and I got a delivery of it. It was before 11 o'clock. I got to Rotherham at 10 o'clock and got it delivered. It was going into a big company, and I picked it up from a residential address. It was like gearboxes, 2 small gearboxes in crates, and the gentleman reconditioned them. And from there, I managed to get a job Sheffield, private hospital to Nottingham, north of Nottingham, private hospital, which appreciated very much, and got well paid. Although it took forever to do because the journey across Sheffield, the other end side of Sheffield, I got there just before I needed to be, and then to get across to the north of Nottingham, yeah, it was a fair old journey, but it was good. And then I managed to pick up a small job because I was coming home Friday. I thought, let's get home. Small job, Colville to Leicester, which topped my week up and put me over my minimum amount for the week. So we did okay. Like I say, wasn't brilliant. Yesterday, Saturday, I had my hay fever jab at 10:30. So I went out and took the bike and went and had that. And then we chilled out, and the rugby was kicking off at 5:30, and we had a great night. Beat Castro, so like I said, 51 points to 16. So all good. And today we're going to go for a little walk, and we're going to have a coffee somewhere, and we're not doing much else really. So the figures, they don't make good reading, I'm going to tell you. I did 1,200 miles in 5 days. So 250, yeah, about 240. Yeah, 240 mile a day. So I'm not doing mega miles, I'm not doing 400, 500s. I did a lot of dead miles. I did 90, 160. I did about 300 dead miles of that. I did 40-hour week. So it was 8 hours a day average, 30 hours driving. The money come out at 714, which plus VAT 856, take off your 8560 for the VAT man, and it tops out at 771, which my lowest for 5 days to break even is 750. So we're making 20 quid. But that's what it is. Pence per mile was shite, 66 pence. So like I say, rough week all round. For me, my good lady, and work wise. But it's more important that you get your health sorted, so we can stand that. Next week, we've got a lot of May. To me is April. May is really poor because there's too many 4-day weeks. Good Friday next weekend, and we're going away to Snowdonia for 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So it's Good Friday off, 4-day week. The following week, Easter Monday off, 4-day week. Then you get to the end of April, you go into May, there's 2 bank holidays, 4-day week. So it is difficult to get a good run at it, you know what I mean? And then June, we're away for a week. So really, up until the middle of June, everything's everything's fractured. You know, there's not a straightforward run of work where you're going to say, right, for 2 weeks I'm on it. I'm going to be on it 5 days, even if I have to run into a Saturday. It's not going to happen. So that's that's how it's going to be for the next 2 or 3 months, which is fine. I'm in the process of looking for a van in the next 6 or 7 weeks. I'm still not decided. If the money's still not right, I will keep going with Olive, the little Doblo, because she's running fine. But I do want a slightly bigger van for the summer. It gives me more potential for backloads, and the pence per mile, I've worked out how much it is because my son-in-law's got a Vivaro, and I worked out on his and how much pence per mile, and the Citroen Dispatch or the Toyota Pro Ace or the. I'm not so keen on the Nissan Expert, not Nissan, Peugeot Expert. I'm more interested in the Vivaro or the Citroen or the Pro Ace Toyota, and they're all pretty similar. So yeah, we are sort of started putting the feelers out, but I'm very. The only word I can use is very anal over these things. I go into it really deep. I look for reviews. I look for this. I look for that. What van? It will. I could get a long wheelbase Vivaro, which is what my son-in-law's got. Easily fits 2 pallets with room to spare. Yeah, the short wheelbase just about puts 2 pallets on, and I mean just. But with the longer wheelbase, you can probably go up to a medium wheelbase. I know it's up to 3 meters, but they're virtually not far off that. So we shall see. So that's all in the pipeline. But I say it's all fractured the next few weeks. So we will see. We may end up keeping Olive until June, till when I get back from a week's holiday, and then we'll see where the money stands. So price of second-hand vans, low mileage, is through the roof. So that's another reason where you think, well, will you keep it? I don't want to get another smaller van the same as what I've got, because they are as dear as the next van up, like the Vivaro. Amazingly, there's not much difference in price between a Combo and a Vivaro the same year, same mileage. So yeah, it's all in the pipeline. We'll see. Anyway, we're going to go for a little walk, grab a coffee somewhere. We're going to put some dinner in the slow cooker, and hopefully have a decent Sunday. The weather's been fantastic. It's going a bit shitty next week apparently, which it would do because it's Easter and we're going away. But at the moment, it's fine. So have a great time. Any comments? I do try and answer them. We'll see, we'll see how it goes. Speak soon.